What's up, everybody? It's Conger Live. We're back again with another TMNT Mutant Madness video. And today we're just going to do some PvP. It's the very beginning of the week for some Dimension Clash. And we're going to use 2 out of 3 of these mutation characters. We still have Samurai Leo on mutation. He was on mutation last week and he's here this week. But we also get Splinter this week, which I'm super excited about. I do not have Lotus leveled up, and I think I only have her at 3 stars, so I'm not going to use her either way. So I'll be rolling with this squad that you see right here: Zorax, Samurai Leo, Donatello, April, and Splinter. And I'm really excited about how this is going to go. I'm also going to play on manual, even though I don't need to because of where I'm at, just to kind of show you guys some of what I've been able to do with that. Now with playing on manual, you can actually hold before they even have a special, and you can watch it in super slow motion. So those of you who are asking, hey, can't we get a slower mode? Yeah, you just hold the special before the special's up, and it's going super slow. We're not going to do that though because it's way too boring. But we are going to go ahead and target the enemy Zorax, my Zorax. We're going to have Leo dash through the enemy Zorax. We're going to have Splinter give some defense to my Donatello. And you can see a lot of stuff happens on here because I'm pretty close. Who's going to have it first, my Zorax or my April? I got April ready to stun Shredder here. Although, we're also going to have Zorax come slam Shredder just to make sure. So that's kind of how the manual works. You can really slow it down, and the big benefit there of doing manual, and so once it's locked in, I go ahead and turn it back onto auto, is you want to make sure that you get your early hits on your specials to the right characters. You're making sure that you're giving defense out to the right guy. Even though I gave defense to Donatello, he still dropped, which is sad because I want to try and keep as many of my tunes alive as possible to get the highest score possible. So it looks like Donatello is going to be the first to get his special up. Make sure I hit a lot of my guys with that. And what do we have for enemies? We are definitely going to go for the enemy Zorax there. Donatello got to go again. That's pretty amazing. We're going to shield April. We're going to stun Zorax. And we're going to have Leo dash this way. Interesting. Do that and that. And I wish Splinter could give himself. And we're solid. We've got enough of an advantage. We'll throw it into auto now. I wish Splinter could give himself defense. I mean, I think he would just stay alive. So that's the one thing about Splinter with his special, is that if he's the last one on the board, his special is basically worthless because he cannot target himself. Yeah, because that would be really awesome if I could just have him protect himself for that. So far, so good. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna win. Let's see here. Oh, I accidentally targeted Zorax. I wanted to target Donatello. Zorax will hit Zorax. Donatello will hit this crowd here. We're going to give it to April. And we have April. I'm going to give it to April again. We'll have April spin Zorax. And dash through Leonardo. There we go. Nice AoE there, targeting everybody. We're going to protect. Who needs protection, I guess? Donatello. We're going to stun Casey. Oh, we're going to... Oh. So the one thing about manual is when the root happens, it really just jacks me up because it doesn't even let you like slow down the pause. It's like you cannot cast that. So then that's why I just started click crazy. Like, just use your specials. Don't waste them. Don't waste my time. That's the only thing. So I'm not sure if they're going to change that, because I know originally they were saying that they didn't want like a route to stop you from being able to use your special completely. But any sort of special that has like a movement of the character. Oh, auto's still on. That's a bummer. Yeah, the manual first. Is there Zorax? I'm not looking to pay attention. I'll go for Shredder then. Stun the other April so that she can't get her specials off. This looks so good. Donatello needs to heal. Hammer can actually do a decent amount of damage. I'm going to finish off this Splinter. Might as well hit all the enemies. I have lots of defense, so even though it doesn't quite stop it, it slows it down enough that, yeah, it's awesome. But one thing that when we saw my last PvP where Hit from Twizzit was helping us learn about this is that he wasn't slowing it down and holding the specials right away. He was using them right when they came. So I'm not sure if he's aware of this. He will be after this video, that's for sure. But being able to really slow the battle down. Okay, looking pretty good. I'm going to make sure that I can take out that Zorax as soon as possible. I'm going to Samurai Leo as well. I'm going to stun Cervanti because he's got a stun, which is supposedly pretty nasty. He needs this. Zorax needs this. Oh, I was just turning auto on because all of those roots, that must have been, that was Savanti or was that the Renette? It's a pretty interesting squad they had here. They had Renette, Savanti, Samurai Leo. Were those the three that were on Mutation last week? I think so. That's the thing about coming in early week. Sometimes you still get a chance to fight the last week Mutation squad, and they're not going to be nearly as good in this week. You don't want to do that. And I mostly watch my special bars, and then I look to see who needs what. There you go. And I just laser focus their Zorax. So I'm not afraid of Zorax anymore. Like I used to be all like, ugh. It's like their Zorax or my Zorax. I have no idea who it's going to be. But now that I've been able to really figure out manual targeting, I'm beating Zorax a lot more. So when people are now saying like, don't nerf Zorax, leave Zorax alone. I understand it now, especially because I think the reason why Zorax has so much win ratio is because people don't know how to do this. And if people felt confident in manual control, they wouldn't feel like Zorax is really overpowered at all. I love that he's got a big hit. I mean, it's going to be fine moving on to someone else if his nerf is really bad, where like, oh gosh, he's just not usable. Like Shredder would definitely be being used right now if Zorax's nerf is so debilitating that Shredder's better. The thing I like about Zorax versus Shredder when it comes to manuals, Zorax can dash further. So he can target who you want who's further away. Shredder has less range, which makes it harder to actually focus in. I think that's kind of the similar situation with Casey Jones. Because Casey Jones is also a decent single target damage there. Casey, dash to Casey, and just shut him down. We do not want any Casey action going on here. And for some reason his alertness was just really high. And he keeps stunning him. There's the defense. Let's look to April, even though I'm shooting her. We got Zach doing some long range stuff. And there you go. Much easier to win with manual if you kind of know what you're doing and you know where you're headed. So I hope that this manual control follow-up is really helpful for you guys. a lot of times with position, like with auto, I'd want to make sure that, April's kind of on the same plane as Zorax, because he's more likely to dash diagonally. But with manual, it doesn't matter so much, because I could basically just target Zorax and make sure that he goes down first. Well, it looks like I'm going to get to do some defense first. I want to keep Donnie alive. Donnie helps keep us alive. Oh, I did not. Oh, what's happening? Oh, that was really bad. I'm going to hit quick auto because I was not able. What is happening? Oh my goodness. The rooting. The rooting is so nasty. But we were able to still pull it out. Who was doing the rooting? My goodness. I'm just going to. Oh, holy. I'm being rooted. I'm clicking and I'm not able to do it. Very rare that happens, but when it does, it is the most frustrating thing. Luckily, we're still at a point where I'm not like facing super strong teams. Got 2 more attacks left. Hopefully, we can pull up in the first place score. I'm not sure if we will. We'll take a look at the rankings once we get these 2 done, and we'll kind of see where we get from here. So Samurai is going to be the first. Let's see. Protect Donnie. Oh gosh. Zorax. My Zorax had to get stunned. Didn't he? Oh, I'm gonna lose because my Zorax got rooted. I'm just gonna put it on auto and see if I can pull this out. So most of it was April. It was April stun. Might have been. Looks like I could pull this out. I don't know. I mean, if I were to put it on manual, like Donatello's target would have been able to give some defense to Splinter there. Still able to pull that out, but oh, getting rooted, getting your damage dealer stunned and rooted really messes up. So I wish that you could still target that, and then when he's unrooted, it would automatically do it. Because that's what you can do also when you're slowing it down and you're pulling it beforehand. So like say I go with Donnie's arm on auto. Where I'm targeting it, I can wait. I could basically do this, and then when it comes off, it didn't do it. So timing is everything. Timing is everything. Waiting for April to get that last bit. Nice and slow. There we go. Introduce Zorax. And with the protection of Zorax, because he's not max, and we want him to stay up. So I'm going to stun Shredder because he's right here bashing. Zorax is dead, so I'm going to protect April. Or maybe Maria would have been the better bet. We're going to stun their April so she can't stun us. And the rest is history. That's it. So even though I won 2 back-to-back, I didn't climb out of 5th place there. So it looks like I'm not going to quite get into the top 5 or the top place after day 1. Oh, there we go. I am in 1st place, but it looks like it's going to be very, very close for the top 5 spots. So Rumham at 21.27, GMOB at 21, Tyrannosaur at 20.63, and Brash at 20.30. So I was below 20, but then got up to 23. Very, very close. Maybe I was just above that. Maybe I was right in between here. But very, very, very close. In the lead after day 1, but we still got a whole week ahead of us. That's it for some updated manual control. Hopefully you guys feeling better about facing Zorax, knowing that you have some better options for you. If you're not feeling comfortable with manual PvP, go practice in your channel 6, go practice in your adventure. I practiced in adventure a bunch, and I was actually able to advance a few levels in adventure once I started to get the hang of the manual control. So hope this helps you guys out there. We just want to game smarter here. Don't forget to ninja kick that like button. Subscribe if you don't already for more TMNT Mutant Madness content. And we'll see you in the next video.